Hello. How is everybody? How many are here? About 14, 15. How are you? I don't know why I woke up this morning. Right, I'll tell you the story. So I haven't made a video for a while. If you've noticed, it's been about 2 or 3. No, it's been more than that. About 3 or 4 weeks. About a month, say, since I made an actual video with Suki and Lucy and all that sort of stuff. Because things keep coming up. You know, it's I've always said that I just take YouTube as a hobby, and I love making my videos. Don't get me wrong, and I'm going to carry on making them. But sometimes things come up. Do you know what I mean? And the thing about me is, I always make my videos with the girls. It's like I'm not tech savvy at all. I mean, you want to see how long it took me to set up this today. So I always so Suki will come home and she's either too tired after school, or I can't be bothered, or something else comes up. But the thing about it is that things I've bought and things I've received and things I've got or whatever over the past month, they've all piled up. So that picture that was on my on my thumbnail is everything that I've got over the past 3 or 4 weeks. And I keep saying to Suki, oh, we'll make a video of it. We'll make a video. And then I realized, bloody hell, that video is going to be about 2 hours long. You know, all the editing and everything else that we put into a Shabby Geek video. So I thought, I'll do a live stream. But it's weird. I've said this to before. I've only done not even 3 or 4 live streams on my own. I've only done like 1 or 2 live streams on my own. And it's difficult. Yeah. I think you take for granted you have Matt and Tez with you until you do it yourself, and then you realize you've got to do all the chat, you've got to do all the stuff, you've got to do all this, and it's an absolute nightmare. But anyway, I'm glad I did it. 22 in the chat, so I appreciate everyone coming in. So just thought I'll do a live stream, and I'll show you all what what I've been getting and what I've received over the past 3 or 4 weeks. I love it. I mean, being a toy collector, honestly, lads, it's the best hobby in the world, isn't it? I absolutely. It's funny, isn't it? Because all we do really, the majority of us, it's not as if we're playing with them. You know, you get it, and you, oh yeah, that's awesome, and you show the lads, and then you stick it on your shelf, and you wait for the next thing and all that. And honestly, you go mad sometimes, don't you? But I appreciate everyone coming in. I know it's Thursday. I know we're still doing DSR tomorrow. Don't get me wrong, it's on Matt's channel tomorrow. But I just fancied doing a stream. Jen's gone to work, and the kids are all out, and I was getting bored, and I thought, you know what? I'll just show everybody in the live stream. But let's have a look and let's see who's here at the moment. So we've got Kieran. Hi, Kieran. Finally, something good to see on this. I don't know about good, but I'm here. Oh, good old Johnny boy's here. Hiya, John. G4, show us and tell us, but don't show us your jiggly bits. Well, there's no point watching then, is there? Hey, pal. Travels with Jason's here. Well. Does this mean we get to see Shabby 2 times a week? It does. I mean, I'll be on there. And then I'm on Saturday. There's a YouTube channel called Seriously Star Wars, and at the moment he's doing this this Star Wars competition. Salacious was on it, Rum was on it last week, and our friend Richard at Star Wars Obsessed, he's went, well, I'm on it on Saturday, and it's 4 o'clock Eastern. So what will that be? 9 o'clock UK. So yeah, it's on the Seriously Star Wars channel, and I'm on. So it's 3 times this week I'm on. I don't really like coming on that much, so because I always have that thing because I'm allowed, and you know, I get too excited. I think people might go, oh, God, is he on again? Is he dancing again on bloody YouTube? So I always try to make sure I don't do I don't want to get on people's nerves and do as many as I can. But yeah, 3 times a week, today, Friday and Saturday. So that'll be pretty good. Let's have a look. Oh, Susie here. Hiya, pal. Nice to see you, buddy. Jason, I don't know whether... Yeah, I've just said hello to Jason, didn't I? See what happens. DTM's here, just made it in time. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how long I'm going to go for. I've got quite a bit to show, I'll be honest. But I'm not going to open it or whatever. But obviously, you can tell me in the chat because that's why we do these live streams, isn't it? You know, to interact and so forth. There'll be a couple of things that I'll open in future videos. And I promise it won't be as long next time. I miss doing it, to be honest. It's hard. I checked back on my last video I actually made, excluding the live streams, was... the Indiana Jones Lego, and that feels like I've had it for ages now. So yeah, it's been about a month, and I'll definitely be back making videos as soon as I can. Definitely. Good old Dino's here. Everybody's here. Brilliant. I really appreciate it. It's like a class reunion. It's like a class reunion. I enjoy it. I've always said, I mean, the whole thing about Shabby Geek and how it started, the Shabby channel, was you lot. You know, 4 years ago, and that'll be 4 years next year already. Do you believe that? I was saying this to Matt and Tez after ZSR last week, that can't believe we're going into our 4th year. And most of us have been here together, haven't we? You know, we've met some awesome people on the way, and new people have joined, and this and that. But it's getting to a point now where I don't remember how I met people. Do you know what I mean? I don't remember. Was it a stream? Was it just me reaching out and talking to him? Was it them reaching out talking to me? I can't remember how we met. You know, it's been that long, but yeah, I'm loving it. It's brilliant. Hello, Georgie and Shabby. Yeah, just me on my own. I was going to invite some people, but it's hard, isn't it, through the week because. And the thing is, we all help each other out. And we all do each other's streams, and we all do each other's, you know, little clips and stuff for videos, whatever. But sometimes you think, oh, do I really want to ask? Especially because I only thought I'd do this morning. I turned around and said to myself, oh, yeah, I'll do a live stream today. So I didn't really want to message anybody and say, do you want to come on? You know, just in case they were doing something and so forth. But 33 people in the chat. Wow, that's awesome. That is awesome. Let's have a look where I'm up to. Yeah, Keith. Hey, Keith. All right, pal. Oh, oh, look who's here.
There was something in the air that night. The stars were bright.
Rolando. Bloody brilliant. Brilliant. I tell you, it was funny that I was talking to our side. I said to Si, I'd love to do that for as many people as I can, you know, make little inserts and so forth. And I was like, Shabby, you'd be up for about 4 hours just pressing that button constantly. Here's one for Des, here's one for DTM, here's one for Sue, you know what I mean? So, but Rolando supports everybody. And I don't know how that song came up. It was weird. It was just every time I saw him in his stream, I just kept thinking, I mean, it's not even Rolando, is it? The song's bloody Fernando, but works, doesn't it? So brilliant. Let's have Jonathan Redmond, hiya, pal. How are you, buddy? Kieran, Keith. Wow, man, this is awesome. 40 people. You see, now the sweat's coming. Now I'm wetting myself, you know, because it's all right. You do, because we're not professionals doing this. And when you've got 3 of you on ZSR, if your internet goes or something goes wrong, you've got the other 2 lads to back you up and say, don't worry about it, Shabs, this, that, and that. But when you're doing it on your own, oh, man, it gets daunting. It's scary. But anyway, I'll carry on. Hello, Shabby. Hi, Keith. Hi, Duffman. How are you, pal? Oppie's here. Good old Oppie. Hi, buddy. Orlando's saying hello to everybody. That's awesome. I'm trying to get down as fast as I can because obviously I've got stuff to show. And it's all right when there's 3 of us, like I say, when someone's pressing the buttons, but when you're doing it on your own, it's like a bloody palaver, isn't it? Shabby, what's them things behind you? Please, not be Christmas trees. Well, I mean, you say not Christmas trees, but it's Christmas time, isn't it? So, the Shabby Geek toy room is looking awesome. But what could make it look better? Ah, much better. Merry Christmas! Look at that. Woohoo! I couldn't help myself. Oh, absolutely brilliant. Merry Christmas. I love it. I mean, for everyone that knows me, and you've heard me talk before, my favourite time of year, always has been since I was a kid. My mum always gave us, me, Si, our Jamie and Richard, my other brothers, awesome Christmases. Awesome. I've always loved Christmas. I just love this time of year. I don't know. And the thing about me is I get upset. I know it sounds so pathetic because I'm a grown man. But when you have to take your tree down, I get really like, oh no. Do you know what I mean? And it's like I rush the year just to get back to this time of year. And it's always the same thing. Hobby Lobby, there's a store in England, in America called Hobby Lobby, and it's like a creative thing, and it sells things, home decor, if you will. And they go mad at Christmas. They have these huge Christmas things, and it's every time I go in there. And then, and the other thing is when you get that nip in the air, that little bit of cold, which is weird because I live in North Carolina. It's not exactly cold here, but you get that little nip and that's it, trees out. And then what I do is I always do the same thing. I end up arguing with my wife and my kids and the ZSR lads, especially Matt, because he thinks I'm stupid putting my Christmas stuff up in November. But what I'll do first is I get it out and I bring it in the house. And then it's the same thing every year. What have we brought that out for? And you're like, well, we'll just see what we've got. And then what you do is you buy more decorations and you start to you do it that way to try and get your family involved. Oh yeah, it's Christmas, let's put the stuff up and so forth. So I managed to get Jen to put the tree up about in the front room. I put it on Instagram about a week ago, and then I managed to do mine. But yeah, I love this time of year. It's I know it's so stupid, isn't it? So look, piles can be a problem for men of a certain age. Yeah. Are you Delvian? How are you, pal? Oh, don't start that again, because it's taken me 4 years to get one. And the thing about me is I'm a loud person anyway, but I feel sometimes when I'm on USR, you'll get DSR, sorry, you'll get Matt with his mic and Tez with his mics and so forth, and they don't have to shout. And I'm always shouting on it. I'm always like, lads, what are you doing? And all that. And I thought, and then I watched one back, about 10 minutes of one back, and I thought, I can't keep doing this. But it's like what I've said. I know it's stupid and I'm repeating myself, but I'm not a tech boy. I mean, my phone is my camera, and so I went out and bought. It was what, $70 microphone, and it was on sale for about $50. So I thought, yeah, I'll not even that. I think it was less than that, but I thought I'll buy one. And now I don't have to shout at you lot. And then that's probably why I think you lot get fed up with listening to me, because he's like, God, he's shouting again. I DTM, I foul. Let's have a look. So if you sit on the cold rocks, you'll get piles. There you are. That's one of the things. My friend Scuba, I'm glad he's feeling better. He was meant to be here last weekend. And I'll tell you a story. I don't know if you saw it on Instagram or not. I made him this big arcade cabinet, and it was, and honestly, it took me days to make, because I messaged Leslie and said, would you like a coffee table? And Leslie's like, well, I'm not sure, Shabby. He's already got that big coffee table he commissioned off us a couple of years back. Maybe a nightstand or a side table. I thought, no, I want to. Scuba is, as we all know, Scuba does so much for me, and he means the world to me. And I wanted to do something really special for him. So I made him that big cabinet. If you haven't seen it, I'll put pictures up on Instagram of it later on. But it took me days, and I'm like up till 2 o'clock, because I know he was coming on the Friday. And I'm up till 2 o'clock in the morning making it. And on the last day, Thursday night, I stayed up till 3 o'clock, make sure it was done, it was dry, everything was finished on it. And then he didn't come. I just started laughing. But my kids are going to have an issue with him, because Jen had made all the kids tidy up, and they made this house look like Buckingham Palace. Do you know what I mean? They made sure it's like the Queen of England was coming. Honestly, it's they made it dead nice, and then they didn't come. Honestly, if I could photograph the looks on my kids' faces, they weren't happy at all. Are you jumpy? Are you, pal? So look, Shabby, whatever the boxes with just for a minute. You see, I'm letting it right. I'm all right. We'll get away with the myth of there. It's weird. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Me and Si, I hope Si don't mind me talking for him, but we were going grey in our late 20s. It's like, and then I don't mind the grey. Don't get me wrong. I don't mind being grey. I embrace my age. I'm not one that wants to be younger and all that sort of stuff. The reason why I dyed it was because it was so white. I ended up like looking like one of the bloody Golden Girls, like I've said before. It was white, and then you've got these ring lights next to you. So when I took my hat off, honestly, I looked like a ghost. And I remember there was one comment, I don't remember who it was, probably one of you lot, that said, Shabby, you look like Casper. Shabby, what year did you die, or something like that? Because I was so white on it. And I thought, oh, bloody hell. So Jen got me this stuff, yeah. And it's I don't. Why am I explaining myself to you lot? I don't understand it. Why am I anyway? So Jen gets me this stuff to make your hair, your grey, just greyer, right? So you're not supposed to dye your hair. It wasn't supposed to make whatever. What you're supposed to do is get in the shower, you put it in like a shampoo, and then you rinse it off after about 30 seconds to a minute, and then gradually the grey will just go greyer instead of white. But I didn't do that, did I? So what I did was I just used it as a normal hair dye. So what I would do is I'd work out whatever, and then I'd sit down and put it in my hair and then leave it for about 10-15 minutes and then go and have a shower. So it went like that. It went dead dark. But if you can see, I'm letting it. I can't believe this is what people are tuning in for. What a I'm letting the grey come out again so I can start again. But that's what it's supposed to look like. The grey's just supposed to be like grey, not like burgundy or whatever it's gone. So, but and I don't even know why I bothered doing it anyway, because most of the time I wear bloody hats. So it's not as if you can see my hair anyway, do you know? But anyway. Aye, Si. Gofflane. Yo, yo. Aye, Shabby. Aye, pal. Thank you all so much. And I know it's a Thursday because I know you'll all be in ZSR tomorrow. I just got bored, do you know what I mean? And like I said, I wait to show some stuff off and show you what I've got. Most of it you probably all got anyway, but I love this collecting. And this is what I love more than anything is chatting to you lads and getting to know everybody and chatting. And you know, I'm a bit soft like that, I suppose, but I enjoy it. Shabby switch from just to men to simpler. Well, kind of. Hello, Martin. How are you, pal? 37 to 40. So that's not bad. That's all right for a Thursday night in England, you know, Thursday afternoon here. So I appreciate that, guys. Tip of the hat to all in the chat. Yeah, you're right, Si. Oh, look who else is here. I know that's a lot of Shabby. I know it is. So please don't go off me. Please don't send me a message saying get off YouTube, Shabby. You sad. I just think, you know, it's just one of those weeks when you get. I don't know why you're talking. You probably get the same thing I do. You know, people message you and say, "Oh, Shabby, will you come on this?" Or "Luke, will you come on that?" And so when you want to say, "Yeah," don't you? I want to try and support as many people as I can. So yeah, no problem. So yeah, 3 times this week. So it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Hang on, let me just get all my. Reynolds. Oh, Wizzy's here. Hi, Wizzy. Can't taste you. Hey, no problem, pal. No problem. Hello, James. Hi, pal. Let's just get down here a bit. Hey, legends in here, aren't they? All these, I mean, toy collecting legends. I like to say toy collecting legends because I've said to you before, it doesn't matter to me when they have a YouTube channel. Like if you're part of this community, either on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, then you're one of my boys, and I that's what I love about it. I know. Me and Tez were, like I said, and Matt were talking about last week, 4 years. It's flown. It's absolutely flown by. It's and like I say, you've been here more or less since the beginning, haven't you? Everybody has. So it's awesome. Very, very. I think we've got a good thing going. You know, we're all supportive to each other. We all help each other out. There's been no animosity. There's been no jealousy. There's been no, you know, like when someone gets bigger than you. And I've never bothered with that ever. You know, I've never been one to turn around, oh, I can't believe he's on this and I'm on that. So no, brilliant. I love it. It's like watching your kids grow in it. It's like, oh, look, you know, when you go to a graduation or a nativity play or something like that, you see your children, you're like, oh, they're all grown up. That's what it makes me feel like when I watch everybody's channels doing well. They're all grown up. Oh, look who else is here. VTR. I watched everybody's no, well, it's not a horse. And we will be getting to that, young David. But it's not a horse, it's a lion. It's cool. But anyway, I'll get to it, definitely. Oh, jumpy, I jumpy, geek strong. So happy you got the barge. Yeah, brilliant. Oh, yeah, it's nice. And listen, I'll never take it for granted, ever, Steve-O. I will never take it. If you honestly think, the people that are in the chat and the people that have met me and at Joe Fest or either come round to Shabby's or I've, you know, met them up with them, they'll tell you I'm exactly the same person. There's no airs and graces. Listen, I'm a working class lad with 4 kids. And this, you know, you're not going to come on with yo, name Shabby one, you know, all that sort of stuff. You ain't going to get that from me. No way. You'll imagine if I did do that, you lot would take me to the absolute cleaners. I mean, I get so much stick about my hair, so. There's no way watching. Yeah, and I listen. It's like I've just said just now. I'll never take it for granted ever. I will never, not once. I will, you know, I'll never expect. Do you know what I mean? It's like when you get gifts or when you're video. I mean, my videos do all right for me. And, you know, I'm at 890, which it's like I said, I'm not a competitive bloke. I'm not like, well, I've got to get to this and get to that. And I'm not bothered. And my videos roughly get about what 200 to 400 views. I'm more than happy with that. Chris Mirror once said to me, and I'll never forget it: make your YouTube videos for the people that watch it, not for the people that don't. And I just thought, and that's that. You've heard me say it before, and that stuck with me for a long time. And he's exactly right. He's exactly right. So I appreciate it. I just enjoy it. It's fun, isn't it? So Merry Christmas, yeah, Merry Christmas. I know. Brilliant. I expect to see all yours now. Now mine's got up. You're all going to leave this chat tonight and you're going to go, you know, like, Shabby's right, man. Christmas is an amazing time. Let's all get it. You'll turn around to your wives and your partners and go, let's get the Christmas tree out. And she'll say, oh, of course. And all that. I know how it works. No, I know. I tell you what, mate, if I could, I'd make Endor Forest look like Christmas. You know, I'd go mental. I got another one. Last year I had one, then I've got two. Next year I'll probably get another one. I have this jukebox that sits on my desk as well, and it's a money box tube. I think I did a video on it years ago. I'm not sure, but what I do is every year, and when January comes round, I start putting all the change in. You know, when you go to flea markets, the thrift shops, and you've got a bit of change in your pocket, or you've got change left in your car, and I stick it in there. And at the end of the year, around this time, I go to a money bank or a coin bank, and I change it all and buy ornaments with it. So this year I bought Gizmo, I bought the Big Lebowski, I bought a couple of things. But it's a good way because every year you've earned, because not many people think, oh, I'm not spending $10, $15 on an ornament. But if you do it my way, if you put it money away in a money bank, and this year I had $56 in it, $56 for ornaments. Perfect. You need 28 more trees. I'd love to have 28 more trees. Yeah, it's nice and good. I like a cozy thing. I don't like messy toy rooms. I hate them, man. I like toy rooms to be nice and neat and everything put away and so forth. So it took me ages. I didn't put the lights in. Jen put the lights in for me. I've got ants like blooming Snicker bars. I ain't got so Jen always does the lights. But yeah, it does. And that's what I wanted to do. It's like when I put those pictures up of the tree last week on Instagram, that's Jen's tree. And I'm not allowed to touch it. You know, it has to be posh and nice and neat. I like mine where it looks like a dog's thrown up in a bucket and you just throw it all over your tree. You know, nice and tacky, proper Christmas. Oh, yeah. Like your Christmas tree you had as a kid. I want that sort of thing. I'm not saying I don't mean it like that. My mum's tree was tacky. I mean, you know, at the end of Christmas, you fiddled around with your Christmas tree and so forth. And because we used to do it. Scuba Pete did it on Chasing 80s. I'll never forget it. I couldn't believe somebody across the world from me did the same thing. I used to play with my toys in the tree, you know, your Star Wars figures, your Action Force, and you go underneath the tree and Scuba Pete said it in the video, and I couldn't believe that he said that you know. So yeah, I just love putting the Christmas tree up, so it's perfect. I'm panning over there. See, there you go. Get your tree up. You can say now, if your wife kicks off or your girlfriend kicks off or your boyfriend or whatever, just put Shabby Geek on to say, look, Christmas is here. Shabby's got his up. So when's Easter in our house, Chad? Yeah. It's just, I'll tell you, it's just been a massive thing of mine, Christmas. I absolutely adore it. It's just perfect. You know what it's like, and this is why we started this community. It's the same thing. It's hard, isn't it? You know, you've got work, you've got your kids, you've got bills, you've got everything else. I mean, you know, everyone's kicking off and arguing. There's wars and anything off, and it's just little things like our community or putting your tree up and things like just a form of escapism, is it? For you to say, you know what, I'm enjoying myself. I don't want to get to an age where I'm just bitter, and I'd rather, you know, have a good time. There you go. You see? It's Christmas. Let the two on his in and smash out. Oh, that's what I mean. It's stuff like that. It's, you know, the radio times. Remember how thick your radio times and TV times were, especially the English lads, when we were kids? It was like a catalogue, wasn't it? You know, talking about catalogues, getting catalogue. It's just, I have a lot of, you know, and I think sharing Christmas with three brothers and an awesome mum, I think it was just, that's what it was for me. It was all, my mum had always put the spread out, and you'd always, you know, we were a rich family, so you'd always have like different stuff at Christmas that you won't get through the year. And they still do that now. You know, my mum will send me Bakewells and Branston pickle and little spring onion, you know, the little onions that come in it. That kind of thing. It's like I said, I love it. I love it to pieces. Hey, Marco, how are you, pal? Let's have a look. Charlotte, do you read off your iPhone for the comments or read it from the PC live? I'm on a laptop. It took me ages because I was doing it on my phone, and then we live in rural North Carolina, so it's not as if it's, you know, cosmopolitan where my internet is absolutely brilliant and so forth. I've watched it back. Sometimes you'll see the camera pixelate and everything else. Nothing I can do really from there. It's just where I live. But I bought a new laptop, and all I use this laptop for is live streaming. That's it. I don't put anything on it. There's none of my work on it. There's no pictures on it. There's no nothing. So in other words, so I wanted to keep it as clean as possible, really, you know, with no history or anything like that on it. Or I don't know, again, I'm not a tech savvy guy, so this is what I use it for. You can't hear me. Just don't start that, honestly. Shabby, the new camera makes you look younger. Oh wait, that's just, you see, and I watched yours as well because my internet, it was weird. I'll tell you the story. What happened last week, a couple of weeks ago? I wasn't on CSR, and I was meant to be on Stews, and I wasn't on Stews. So we're sat here Monday night, and everything's working great. Internet's on, and all that sort of stuff. Tuesday morning comes, modem's gone, completely gone. You know, you get those little green lights on your modem and all that. Wait, it had a red circle on it. That's it. This is Tuesday morning. So I was like, oh, so you do what you normally do, don't you? You take it out of the wall, you plug it back in, you blow on it like we did with old VCRs when we were kids. That'll fix a 2023 modem. You know, nothing. So I thought, what the hell's going on? Well, this is not an exaggeration. This is not a word of a lie. It took us roughly altogether about 10 hours to get through to Windstream. It's called Windstream. Like, you know, that's our internet provider, Windstream, Kinetic by Windstream. Hours. Absolutely hours to get through. Eventually, we get through Wednesday night, about 6 or 7 o'clock Wednesday night. And she turned around and she said, what had happened was, you're one of thousands around the United States that's lost their internet because the modems blew up. And we were like, what do you mean modems are blown up? Well, apparently, Monday night, they were doing this upgrade thing. You know, like your computer does or anything else. It says restarting, you know, you have to upgrade it and whatever. And this Windstream company did that Monday night, but it blew them. Apparently, all the older models, because we hadn't changed my modem since we got it, basically. That's what, 4 years. Your older modems couldn't take the new new upgrade, so they all blew. So I was one of thousands, apparently, that had no internet. Well, she said, don't worry. She said, there's no point in getting a technician out. The modems are stuffed, they're knackered. So you have to get a new modem. And we're sending them out. So she said, you'll probably get it Friday. So Friday, I thought, well, that's fine then, because obviously Friday comes and I've got ZSR and then we've got Stews to do on Saturday. Well, didn't get it till Sunday. And then they sent me 2. How weird is that? So I've got a spare one anyway. So, but yeah, that's what happened there. Oh, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. Oh, look, who else is here? Oh, thank you so much. You see, the rest of them, Tim, telling me, oh, you sound dodgy, Shabby. I sound all right. I appreciate that, mate. It's lovely to see you. TJC's here. Let's have a look. I only decorate outside. Oh, yeah, I've seen yours, and that looked awesome because the weather is still good. If I wait till December, it's so cold in New Hampshire. It's painful putting up lights in the cold. I'll do it. Get me some gloves. I'll drive up. I'll do it for you. I honestly, I'd make this house look like the Griswold outside. If Jen had let me, I'd go all out. But no. So look, hey, right. Well, I'm gonna better start showing some stuff off. Hey, so this is stuff that I've either bought or people have got me or I found bargains. You know what? I'm like most of my videos. I'm like, oh, Shabby loves a bargain. I do. I'll absolutely love bargains. I really do. And that's right. Hiya, Shabby. Hiya, Cat. Hiya, pal. That's so side under the bus. Yeah, it's I's fault. Let's have a look. Hiya, Cat. So yeah, I love it. I love buying toys and I love bargains. So the first thing I got, where should I start? I'll start from here. GeForce, lovely GeForce. So GeForce came around a couple of weeks back and he had a couple of things for me. So he had the Mariam. So that's pretty cool. I like getting these. I never had these as a kid. I never had them. So I don't even remember him. I was talking to him about it because he was showing off the 2010, 2012 ones. And I'm like, when did they come out? I didn't even know they done them. But the retro ones I like because I'm not going to pay $200-300 for a Marion. Especially, I'm not saying I wouldn't do it because of the nostalgia. I don't remember it. I don't remember the vintage. You know, then you watch VTR's videos on them, and you're like, "What the France, man? How cool are all this stuff?" So when these came out, I thought, "Yeah, they're awesome." So I've picked up quite a few. Rob sent me quite a few, and then GeForce found me that was one I couldn't find for Wave 1, and GeForce got me that, which is awesome. The other thing that G-Force got me was this. Who was it? Who is it? I don't know why I collect these. The G.I. Joe Classified, and I absolutely love this. Again, it's going to sound like I'm repeating myself for ages, but this was one of the lines when he came out. I thought brilliant, because you look at everyone's G.I. Joe, and like I said, I have no recollection of G.I. Joe at all as a kid. Action Force, definitely. Action Man, definitely. Star Wars, obviously. He-Man, but not G.I. Joe. So when these came out, I thought brilliant. This gives me an opportunity to learn about G.I. Joe, to get involved with some of the chats, like, I get a bit of knowledge about it and so forth. But these figures, I love them. I think they're absolutely fantastic. So I couldn't find this one, and G-Force said, I've got a spare one if you want it, Shabby. So brilliant. So rock and roll for that. So there's two there. The other thing, G.I. Joe, again, talking about G-Force put a thing up saying there's a G.I. Joe that was on sale at $44.99 down to $28. $28 on Amazon. And it is this. The Snake Eyes and who is it? Timber, which is pretty cool. 28 bucks on Amazon. So you can't go wrong, can you? So I got that. Very nice. Let's just get over the chat with it. I've got loads to show. So can Shabby do a Just for Men commercial? I saw his commercial that he did on that Sue did, and I think, listen, I find it funny. I have no heads in crazy. You can't with you lot, can you? Can you imagine if he took it seriously? Why? Where's Shabby? What's the matter with him? Oh, he's upset. Why? Because he's dyed his head and everyone's taking the piss. you lot go, what? You now look like a Buddy Badger with your hair like that. You see, I thought it was a party Guinness or something. But don't worry. It's going to look nice. So. Haircut with Shabby next week. See, we're here talking about Christmas and toys, and all you're doing is talking about my bloody hair. God, I tell you. When do you get the white stripes down the side of your head? Will you go out and kidnap damnation? Charming. Brilliant. Oh, you're a bunch of funny buggers, you lot, aren't you, eh? Comedians. What? I can't believe all these jokes. Might as well get one of these. That reminds me how to put the festive pole out the attic. Very nice. Get your festive pole out, G-Force. Shabby, are we going to be able to convince you? I loved it. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll try and do it, whatever. It's finding the time. I love games. I mean, I've got a PlayStation 4, and I remember buying the PlayStation 2 and PlayStation. I love it. I'm FIFA, though, and an old platform. I loved Uncharted, and I loved, them platformy games like Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, and FIFA, obviously. FIFA, and I'm the master at FIFA. Everyone wants to challenge me inside FIFA. I don't know, mate. We're like the Real Madrid of FIFA, me inside. So, but yeah, I'll definitely do it again. It's just finding the time. And when you're 5 hours in front of me, it's, because even though I have my own business and I work from home, it's hard to do this sort of thing at 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon. But honestly, mate, if I ever turn around and say I'll do it, of course I'll do it. I'd love to do that. I'd like us all to play Battlefront again, because Matt is brilliant on Battlefront. It's just, honestly, it's like Jekyll and Hyde. Matt on Battlefront, you've never heard the language in your life. It's unbelievable. Right, let me carry on. Let me show you what else I've got. Let's have a look. So he did that. Oh, superpowers. Right. So superpowers was pretty straightforward. Scuba Pete had sent me the old school superpowers Batmobile. And I thought, that's awesome. I've never had, I'm sure me inside superpowers. We had the headquarters. I remember that. Or was that secret? The one when it was the Marvel secret headquarters, the big grey one with the gates and all that sort of stuff. But I never had the Batmobile. And so Scuba sent it, and I thought, oh well, I already had a Robin. I found a Robin in a loft conversion. I found the Robin and a couple of other things, and he still had his cape. And I thought, I'll just get the Batman. That's it. So if I get a vintage Batman to go with this Robin, to go with this thing that Scuba Pete sent, I'll be fine. So I messaged Super Awesome Geek Show. Hi, John, how much is a Batman? He said, oh, it's about 20 quid, Shabby. So, all right, 20 quid, that's not bad. With the cape, about 100 quid. I'll get to France. 100 quid. He goes, yeah, they're expensive if it comes with the cape. But then he turned around and said, well, Shabs, don't worry about it, because McFarlane are doing DC Superpowers again. They're like doing the retro ones. And he thought, you know what? Same thing about the Indiana Jones. I never really had them as a kid. So I know I had the Kenner Batmans. I remember them, with his arms were like that. But I can't really remember him. But anyway, so I thought, well, I'll get one or two of them. Got them all. I think there's only missing a couple. But let me show you what else I've got. So I got the new Wonder Woman. Right there. She's pretty cool. Awesome. I got the new Robin. These were hard to get hold of, the Robins, but I pre-ordered these ones because of how hard it was to get the first Robin. So I got the Robin. Batman. He's cool, isn't he? I remember, this is what I meant. I remember this sort of figure when we were kids. It must have been from the movie line. So he's cool. Aquaman. Doesn't look like Jason Momoa, though, does he? Awesome. The old school Robin. This was the hard one. So out of all of them, I found them pretty easy except for this one. But they re-released it again this year, and I caught it on Amazon and thought, oh, I'm not letting that one go. So I got it again. But I think I might open all these. The cards are all right, but I've got no nostalgia to them. So, and they're hard to display on a shelf when they've got the card backs on them. So I might just open them all up, do a video on them. I will do a video on opening stuff. And the Batwing. And this was only a tenner. That was it. It was in the Antiques and Gigs that me and G-Force have been to. The one that Jem found with all those flea markets. It's awesome. If you ever come over and visit me, I'll take you. It's awesome place. Well, that was only in there for $10. And I will open it because it's got a little bit of scuffing on the front. But yeah, I'll open that. Right. Let's get back to the chat. I know loads in the chat. There's 40 people in here. And honestly, I couldn't. Thank you. Thank you all so much. Just saw it. Yeah. Let's have a look. It's a 3-man squad game. So if Shabby isn't available, do you? Oh, they are then. So yeah. Ice-T. Is he collecting Christmas trees now? Entrance to Narnia. Oh, brilliant. Narnia. Oh, I just love it. It's weird. And you always have your favourite movies, don't you? And I can say this because I know there's a fella in our chat called Scuba Pete who's a massive fan too. Hallmark Christmas movies. Love him. My wife hates him. She's like the most cheesiest thing. And, young girl leaves the city, comes back to her hometown and falls in love with a joiner. So, something like that. But I absolutely love him. Brilliant. So, yeah. Is he going to start crying? Maybe. I don't know. I mean, I'm a sensitive bloke, Dave. And you never know, let's have a look. Can't message you anything. So, hiya, Miriam. Hiya, pal. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I want to get everybody in the field now. Most of you make YouTube videos, so you can get your tree out, put it behind you. Do you know what I mean? Do it that way. He's incredible. Let's have a, has anyone seen The Creator? And he goes, no, I'd like to see it. I'd really like to see it. Although that Rebel Rising or Rebel Moon, whatever it's called, that looks really good too. I've been watching that Bass Reeves. Boss Barrett said, and Rob's Retchel said, Shabby, what's that Bass Reeves? So I'm watching it. Yeah, it's good. I've still got to watch Godless too. Apparently there's a Netflix one called Godless. He said, you've got to watch that. So yeah, I love old Westerns and stuff. But that Creator, I'd like to see it myself. Although I've got to watch Barbie this weekend because Jen wants to. Barbie's just come out to rent on it on Amazon, so she wants to watch that. I'll probably like it, knowing me, though, the way I collect, Gem and she. I'll probably like Barbie. So, the one you save at Savage Bank is not exactly sort of exactly. Yeah, you still things like that, innit? Yeah. My missus scares the shite out of me, so I don't want to. I don't want to scare my missus and take her for I've bought this and I've bought that. So I'll try every way to try and get around it. Although last week was brilliant, right? I'll show it now because this is a great story. So usually my wife will go, Shabby, what have you bought? I bought this, and it's usually around $20. The Moto Origins or the Black Series or whatever. And I find Black Series, like I've told you when I've been on the CSR. I like buying Black Series now on bargains, and I found, you'll see them in my lot today. I find loads of Black Series that are under 20 quid. If it's a bit over, it's something I really want. But usually I'm finding them under 20 quid. And and the Moto Origins is funny because so when she checks up and when she sees it, she knows they're around 20 quid. Well, brilliant this. Last week, where is it? Here we go. So last week we go to GameStop, right? I don't really go into GameStop. You watch G-Force's videos and he does his toy hunts and he's in GameStops. And I always say when I watch it, why don't I ever go in GameStops? They're right next door to a bloody Walmart, but I never go in them. The kids will go in them. I think that's right. If I'm out on my own, I don't really go in them. But when I'm with the kids, because they like the video games, don't they? So they'll go in and have a look at them. Anyway, so I go in there with Jen on the off reason, and I saw this. It's the Dungeons and Dragons Strong Heart. That right there. Oh, beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. And I don't really buy a lot of NECA, but I have done. You'll see in this live stream what sort of NECA I've got. I think the only two NECA I had before this was G-Force got me the Ralphie from A Christmas Story. That's actually under my tree right there. You can see it under my tree. And I bought the RoboCop. And our Cyan DTM were talking about it. And I thought, yeah, I'll have to get that. That's brilliant. And it is. It's fantastic. But look at that. I mean, the way these are, they're absolutely amazing. And I know I know there's a lot of things online. Oh, don't take them out of the box, Shabby. NECA's not, it's not brilliant and all that sort of stuff. They tend to break, whatever. But I had it. But anyway, so I pick it up and I was like, oh no, I'd love this, because I never found the War Duke, and I wanted them both from a Dungeons and Dragons shelf. Jen goes, don't worry, I'll buy it for you. Right? And I went like that. What? She goes, I went, but she must have thought it was like the $20. So we get up to GameStop, and with tax, it was just under 40 quid. Oh man, if I would have taken a photograph of her face, it was. She went, what? She went, and then she actually said, I only want the one. And this young kid, I think, yeah, that's he's 30. With tax, it was like 37 something. Oh, brilliant. And so I just given her all the, oh, thanks, Jen. Thanks a lot. So yeah, our Jenny, I'll just say our Jen got me the Dungeons and Dragons Strong Heart, which is awesome. Luckily for Shabby, let's have a look. Holiday Troopers, I don't like them. I don't like novelty stuff like that. Although I say that, I bought a couple of novelty, but I won't buy the Christmas ones. Hi, Gilster. Hi, pal. How are you? Luckily for Shabby, you'd have to transform a Christmas tree. Talking about Transformers. Oh, you're just a nice segue there, Kieran. A nice segue. I found this for $6 in Ross. $6. Can't go wrong. So Ravage. As you know, I usually collect the 86, but if there's something that you can't pass up, you know what I mean, then I'm going to buy it. So I got that for $6 at Ross. Perfect. The one I did pay full price for, the $24.99, was Braun 86 line though, and I love the 86. And I've got to, you've heard me say it, I've got to get on with a stream or something. I've got to invite Artez to do a Transformers stream with me, because they are a nightmare. How good was that though, when he's been giving me shit about not being able to Transformers for ages, and then he couldn't do it when he got one of the new ones. He was like, oh, Shabby, it's like 40 articulate, and I'm like, told you. But yeah, so I got Braun, pretty cool. I got another bargain. How much was this? So this was like $24.99 down to $7.99, which is Cliff Jumper. And again, this is from 86, but it's from the bump that was it Buzzworthy and Bumblebee, whatever. But yeah, that's pretty cool for $7.99, $8 bargain. And I got this, and this was $56 or $58 in America, down to $16. Can't go wrong, can you? Ross again, and it's great going into them places like Ross and Ollie's at this time of year, because they're inundated with toys. So you couldn't pass that up, could you? $58 down to $16. Gotta get it. So who is it? I don't even know what it is. I don't know, but it looks cool. It looks cool. So I'll get that open. La 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 la. Let's have a look. BOE's here. Hi, BOE. Nice to see you, pal. Let's have a look. Merry Christmas, my good friend. Merry Christmas. Here's Rick. Hi, Rick. How are you, buddy? Left Coast is here. The Christmas tree, exactly right. Now you're hitting nostalgia. The Christmas tree was the greatest indoor playset. It really was. I loved all that. Hi, Brian. Nice to see you, buddy. God, everybody's coming in and saying hello. Baz. Hi, Baz. How are you, pal? They are, mate. They are. Let's have a look. If you played with soldiers, did you set them up and throw them things to hit them? Oh, that's the thing. You battered your figures as a kid, though. And isn't it funny how we're all turning into pansies now, though? It's like when your kid walks into your toy room, or you have, you know, you're always like, prime example, the look I got off my wife. So I asked my wife to put my lights in there, and I've pushed it right against this vintage Star Wars behind it. So I pushed it out a bit, and she had to go around. But I asked her to do it because she's only little. She's only 5 foot, Jen. So she went round to do it, and I'm like, Jen, just be careful. Honestly, they look like I'm the saddest man on earth. But it's weird because when we were kids, it's like what you've just said. You'd throw stuff around, you'd batter them, you'd melt them, you'd bite stuff off them. They'd be in your garden. My mum had a yard in the back garden. There'd already be in the soil in there, and now you're like, ah. CG Force. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Get down a bit. Yeah, you see, now that's what my wife wanted to do, Bri. Oh, Jen turned around and said, Shabby, wait, get Thanksgiving out of the way and we'll put it, or get it up for Thanksgiving. I just couldn't wait. I just couldn't wait, right? And I'm one of them that gets a bee in his bonnet. Do you know what I mean? It's like, if something's up here, I can't shake it. And I'm going to bed thinking of bloody tinsel and ornaments or whatever. So I thought, I've got to do it. I've just got to get it up. And then, I don't know. Then I just decided to put it all up. Yeah, I like. I've got to enjoy G.I. Joe. It's all the accessories that come with it, and it's nice learning it. I had to ask the lads last week though, because I saw that new one, Junkyard, Dog and Mutt, and I didn't know which one was which. I didn't know if the dog was called Mutt or Junkyard or vice versa. And I think Jeff Barker and Scuba told me who it was, whatever. But I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying buying these figures and then learning about them and all that sort of stuff. It's cool. But they're awesome. They're awesome looking. I'd have loved them as kids. honestly, that would be brilliant. That would be absolutely. Can you imagine? It'd be Christmas all year round. We'd never take them down. Festive polo. Hiya, Nick. Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, nice. Yeah, only one's got himself a cigar, and we've been chatting about it. And I'm a cigar smoker, and I know Scuba is. And it's nice having a cigar now. I used to be a really bad smoker. Used to be really bad. But my kids said something when I was kids, and I'll never. My oldest said it to me, and he never left me. It's just the way he looked. I think he'd learned about school or whatever, and thought his dad was going to get sick of it. So he came home, and he was only Jude. He was only 6 or 7 at the time, and I quit. That was it. I did it. But I went on to the e-cigs. But I'm not massive on these as well. I think it's a psychological thing, isn't it? You hold it. But I've always liked cigars. I've always liked them. So yeah, I think the last time I smoked a cigar was when Scuba was here. The last time, so about a couple of no. In the summer, I had one. So, yeah, a couple of months now and then. But I like, if you've seen where I live, it's all country around it, and it's nice. And it's nice scenery where I live. It's nice sitting outside on the deck, especially in North Carolina, because the weather's perfect. So you sit on your deck and you have a smoke, and, yeah, it's awesome. So, hi, Rob. I've just been talking about you. How are you, Rob's Retro? Honestly, thank you all so much. You mean the world to me. You really do. Let's have a look. Yeah, and that was hard to get. And it's weird as well. Amazon's weird over it, because I checked on those Batman again, because I want that Black Manta one. And I can't see it. And then the Batman there went up to like 28 quid. And I'm like, 28 quid? It was $9.99 about 3-4 days ago. So I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I got him. But like I said, I think I really, G-Force makes these display stands, and they're awesome. And I really want him to show me how to make them, because it's funny because over there, you can't really see it, but I'll show it on a video. All my shelves are just boxed up and stuff like that. And I'll always keep my Black Series box. But ever since I started opening the Masters of the Universe behind me, I've wanted to open more stuff, because I'm not going to sell it. I absolutely love this stuff. And so I thought, you know what? Why don't you do that with G.I. Joe, with superpowers? So I'm going to do it. So, yeah, I'll get round to it. But, yeah, they're awesome. I love them. Because they never increase in value. Oh, I don't know. There's a couple of them that are a bit pricey, Kieran. Oh, yeah, I'd like to see that. I haven't watched Doctor Who, though, in ages, and it kind of puts you off, doesn't it? Because, well, if there's anybody in the chat that watches Doctor Who, let me know. But ever since that, I like her as well, Summit Whittaker. I've always liked her. And, but there was a lot of things when it's gone woke and it's gone this and it's gone. It kind of put me off watching it, because you can watch it over here. But I thought, I can't be bothered getting upset about another franchise. So I never watched it, but I might go back to it if it's any good. There you go. Honestly, treat yourself to a Hallmark Christmas movie. It doesn't matter which one you watch, because they're all the same. The only difference is that the young girl's got a different job. That's it. You know what I mean? Lawyer from the major city comes to a small village town. And, hello, Matt. Hiya, pal. Gerard. Hiya, Gerard. This is awesome. Oh, they are. So Bosca's seen it. Decent. Yeah, it looks good. The graphics look really, really good on it. Anyway, let me carry on. What else did I get from Dungeons and Dragons? Just showed you the Lionheart or Strongheart, sorry. But I also got this. Do you remember the movie? I wasn't going to get the movie. I'm not going to stick a bloody toy of Hugh Grant on my on my shelf. But I like the the dragon. This right, and it's massive. So if you pull the wings out of it, look how big this thing gets. Huge like that. Well, these were $34.99 in Walmart, and they had this one. It must have been on clearance at $18. So I got that for $18, and I thought that'll look cool on my Dungeons and Dragons shelf. You know, because I can't really. I'm finished off the animated ones, and I can't really see him making any more. So of the 80s cartoon one. So I thought that'll look pretty cool with it. So I bought that for that $18. You can't go wrong, can you? Bargain. But I also finished off, like I said, the Dungeons and Dragons kids line, 80s cartoon line. So I got Eric, which is really cool. I got Sheila, which is awesome, right there. And I got Presto. And these are brilliant because, like I said, I loved this cartoon as a kid. I opened up the others and did a video on it. So I will be opening these up and making a video of these. So I loved them. Yeah, I thought these were fantastic. So, you know, the Avenger we got and the Dungeon Master, I'd love them to make the big dragon. What was it called? Tiamat, you know, with the one with the 3 heads, but I can't really see them doing that. But if they do, brilliant. But yeah, got these bargains. So then once I got, so what Scuba's saying. Oh, they are. Helen loves them. You see, so you can imagine me, Leslie, Scuba, the lovely Helen, all sat round having a cocoa, watching Hallmark movies every night. That sounds like a great night. Putting down business. So I never watched it for All Mankind. No, I never. I should watch that one. RoboCop. That's brilliant. I loved it. Yeah, and it's like I said, I was going to get into the years ago when they made the Back to the Future ones. I thought, you know what, I'll buy them, and then I looked at them and I thought, oh, it's not. Do I really want to do another line? Because obviously Black Series, Motu, and all. Do I really want to do something else? I thought, nah, I won't bother. But when they made the War Duke and when they made the RoboCop and the Stronger, and I'm starting to get more and more into NECA as well, and I got a couple more. These are fantastic. I had to get these the minute I saw them, and stupid really, because I'm never a person that will spend over what $70 on something, especially on 2 things. But I had to because there was 2 of them, and I thought I'll never really see them again. And if I don't get them or whatever, but it's these Jaws figures. So I got that one, which is the Quint, and we'll just look at that. That is absolutely amazing, amazing. All the accessories that comes with it, the clothes. So I got Quint from Jaws, and I also got Hoop like that. But again, the likeness is absolutely ridiculous on them, and all the accessories that they come with, and they are pricey though. I mean, $35. So with tax, you're looking at $37, $38. But I had to get them. I love this movie. You've seen my Jaws tin, and I got the Hot Wheels Mattel brought out Brody's police truck, which is awesome. I think Geekstrong got that too. But yep. So I got the Jaws ones. They are fantastic, absolutely fantastic. I Connor. It's a shabby Christmas special. I never thought about that. But as you know, we will be doing a CSR special. We want you all to come on it because we it's like a tradition now. We're going into our 4th year, so it's like an open mic night. So everyone comes on, everyone tells you what you have for Christmas, what your special things were this year, and all that. So everybody's invited. You know, you all on. We'd love to have you all on. It'd be absolutely brilliant. You're all part of CSR, aren't you? So you're all there, and you all watch it, and it wouldn't be a show without you lot. So that'd be great. Already got a Red Rider gun. Got it, my son. I couldn't believe he actually sold it over here. I love that film. Christmas Story is my favourite Christmas film. So Turbo Man I've got, he's up there. Oh. Yeah, I love just doing stuff like underneath here. I've got little TVs I've bought and stuff like that. And last year I made a Christmas video, and I'll make a Christmas video of everything I've got. And I like the little Dollar Tree stuff though. You know, you get the little trees at Dollar Tree that light up, and they're just nice for decorations. You know, it's just for sticking it around, especially when you have a toy room. You can put them on your shelf and stuff like that. So, Ollie's. I don't know what I'd do without Ollie's. Here's another thing I got from Ollie's. Where is it? Here, look at this bad boy I got from Ollie's, Gerard. I'm not a model guy. I'm not one to make models. I don't think I ever. I remember me and Si, and the only reason I remember this because I remember the smell of it. It sounds weird that because it was oils. It was oiled paint. We had a Jabba the Hutt model display. It was like a Jabba's palace, and it was a model of one when we were kids. And we tried to paint it. And then years after and so forth, we still had it, but the smell, it was the smell of the do you remember, Si? It was like the oils on them and whatever. And that's why I always remember having that one model, but I can't remember having any other models until now. So I went into Ollie's, and these are like $59. Hobby Lobby sell these for $59.99. Ollie's had them for $12.99. It's the Bandai Boba Fett model kits. Like so, $12.99. And I think they're already painted, so that's great for me. And you just put them on. I don't know why I'm showing you the back. There's nothing on it. But you just put them all together, and they snap on. So you can see there's, you know, you just got to cut them all out, and there's no glue needed. So for $12.99, though, I thought, yeah, that's great. They also had a Snake Eyes one. And I thought, oh, I'll go back and get the Snake Eyes one. But it had gone by the time I got there. So, but yeah, got a model kit, $12.99, bargain. I also got this. This is cool. You've seen my Lego videos. I haven't got a massive Lego collection at all, but it's weird because I go to bed at night watching these people like Brixie and Brickcraft and all that Beyond the Brick, you know, with these massive Lego cities. I'm infatuated by them. I can't believe people have spent thousands making these huge cities in the basements. They look brilliant. They look absolutely brilliant. But I like picking up Lego now and then. The one I really wanted, and I had to get it online because our Walmart never had it, was the Lamborghini right there, the Speed Champions Lamborghini. We're all roughly the same age, so every one of us had this poster on our walls when we were kids, didn't we? This was, you know, Cannonball one, if you remember, you saw it in, and it was it still is an iconic car in it. So I got that, so I'll make a video opening that one up. That was pretty cool. I got a couple of these, so it's weird that as well. We all asked for, you know, before they came out. We were all saying, oh, Indiana Jones, we'd love to get an Indiana Jones line. Indiana Jones would be brilliant. And so I wanted to get the first wave, especially because with it being Raiders. So and the last two I needed was Salah. So I got Salah, and he was $7 in Target. $7. That was it. I couldn't believe it. I went into Target, and he never said a sale price, whatever. He said 24, and I thought, you know what? He's 23. So tell a lie. He said it was $23.99. So I thought I'll buy it because, you know, it'll finish off the thing. I got up to the till and it was $7, as was this one right there, the Belloc. So I finished the first wave, and I will be getting them. I'm going to carry on getting them, but I think I'm going to wait till they go down a little bit. I'm an Indiana Jones, actual Indiana Jones. Do you need? Do you know what I mean? So, but I got the first wave, so I can make the arc, and I'll definitely keep carrying on. They're absolutely brilliant. So another thing I got was some vintage. You want to see some vintage stuff I got? So I found these, and these are immaculate. And that place that I told you, that Antiques and Geeks in North Carolina, the prices are ridiculous. I got Top Twist and Top Spin. Do you remember them? And it's even got, they still got the, you know, the holographic stick on the bottom of the foot. Remember, you'd fold them over, you'd pull them back. I haven't done it because I don't want to break them, but it still comes with the guns. And the guns have still got all the chrome on it, which is really cool. So I bought one, went home, thought about it, thought, no, I've got to get the other one. And they're only $15 each. That's it, $15. So I bought two of them. I've got the set now. And it was, what was it? Top Twist and Top Spin, I think they were called. But absolutely brilliant. So I couldn't say no to them. So I bought those two. Whilst I was there as well, I found a couple of little books and magazines. If you've seen Shabby'S room, you've seen I've got a library over there full of Star Wars books and this and that and so forth. But I like to pick up. I was going to get into the Masters Universe, trying to pick up the old Marvel vintage comics of them. But I'm not a comic guy, really. I bought most of the Star Wars ones when they re-released them in 2015, but never really got back into it. And then, but meeting people like, you know, well, meeting people, I know RSI and Jeff Barker and Super Awesome, they're banging into comics. So I thought if I ever get one, I can always message them and say, is this any good? But I found For Your Eyes Only. Look at that. Absolutely brilliant. So, and that was, how much was it? £3. That was it, $3. So what's that, about £2.40, something like that. And look at the back of it. Do you remember these when we were kids? Absolutely brilliant. So I found that. I also found this, and it's one of 4. It's a James Bond adventure series. So, and the storybooks, and they're awesome. I've never seen these before. And then there's 4 to collect. And it's in immaculate condition. And look at the condition of it. It's 1980, was it? 1981, I think. No, was it 85 or 81? 1981. That's it. And it cost me $2. So I thought, yeah, I'll get that. And the artwork's pretty cool in it. Look. Like so. How cool is that? And then I found this. They waited $14 for it, but the vendor was having a half price sale, so I got it for $7. And it's the 1983 Return of the Jedi annual. Awesome. I mean, the spine's still nice, the edges are still nice. The only problem with it must have been in a window or something, because if I turn it over, you can just see it fades a bit. So there's the actual full red. But as I go across, it goes a bit pinker, doesn't it? But apart from that, brilliant for $7. Can't go on. Burger price, that, ain't it? So perfect. So I bought that. Wow. See? Loads of bargains. I wish it could be. I said it on CSR last week. If I could open myself up and have a massive house and, you know, money was not an object, I'd have a Christmas room. Imagine if you're pissed off in July and whatever, you just go into your Christmas room. I'd have one of those snow things that it's always snowing in. It'd be perfect. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, it's stupid. And then some of them do that. I don't know why they do it, especially on something new. And then they wonder why collectors, we get so mad and we do these, you know, start moaning about stuff like that. Yeah, it was ridiculous, really. They've just done it with Squeeze as well. I got a couple of Moto Origins. I got, you all know me and Wild Lucy love this line. But the Snake Man Infiltrator I got, which is basically the Eternia Palace guard, but with a snake face. And obviously the weapon. So I got him. I got Serpent Claws Man at Arms, which is pretty cool. Look at that bad boy. And we'll definitely do it, because like I've said, if you watch my videos, you've heard me say it, we've got tons of Moto to open. Tons of it. But anyway, there was 2 more wanted. There was Spyco, which is ordered. He's coming on Friday. And Squeeze. And I didn't order the Squeeze. And I thought I'll order him today. Went back today and he's $28 as well. And I was like, he's only just come out. Why do you put the prices up like that? Ridiculous. But anyway, if they've gone down now, but that's what they were at the time. Couple of retro collections. Star Wars. I like these. I know there's a lot of people, you know, I like them. If you've seen my room, there's a corner with all some of the TVC of the vintage collection of Solgat and retros. But I got a couple more. I got that one, Ned, and he was only $4. That's it. I did get the Biker Scout, which is awesome. And this, I wasn't going to buy this because I like getting the retros, but I thought, well, I bought all the Star Wars ones, all the Empire Strikes Back ones, so I thought I might as well get the Return of the Jedi ones. But that is weird, because this was the only one really that blew me away, because it looks exactly like, I know the thing about it, they're meant to look exactly like the vintage figures, but some of them you can tell they're a little bit off. This one I couldn't tell at all. It was just the Bouche layer, which is unbelievable. And that took me way back, because I thought, wow, man, I've not seen that like that since I was a kid. So yeah, I'm really glad I picked up her. So there's some retro collections I picked up. Let's have a look. Someone asked me, do I like Doctor Who? And I've replied, Doctor Who, very good. Not David. I don't remember that. The last Doctor Who I watched was when it was Christopher Eccleston, you know, when they brought it back. So, yeah, you're all missing out. Just don't mention the last few seasons. Doctor Who. Wow, they were in Walmart. They were right there. I couldn't believe it. I've never seen it. I remember because they came out about a year ago, and I know I saw pictures of the Brody, and I saw the accessories for Brody, and I thought that's brilliant. Because listen, Jaws it's a masterpiece, isn't it? I love that movie. But then I was talking to CJ on Twitter, and CJ said, no, they didn't get the license to make the Brody one. So I showed him the picture and said, "Are you sure?" Because he said, "Yeah, there's something happened and they didn't end up making it." But I hope they do. It'd be weird just having two of them. I know there's another one. It's on Big Bad Toy Store right now. The scuba hoop. You know, when he went down to be the shark in the cage, whatever. And that's on sale for like $22. It's not an expensive one at all, that one. But I thought I'd rather I get the three. So fingers crossed they make the Brody. That'd be awesome. See, I'm not sure about that because I know, like I said, with me never buying NECA before, and I've only got one or two of them. Well, I've got about 4 or 5 of them now. But you hear online, oh no. So what I would like, if anyone in the chat has opened NECA and tell me what it's like. Is it worth opening? Is it worth? Because I would like to open them, to be honest. Yeah. I know, and it's funny, isn't it? You know. You fill them up, don't you? It's like I said, that picture, all this was on my couch this morning. I thought, I've got to put it away. So I'll make this video and then I'll end up flicking them all. Hi, Shabby. I will catch the stream later. Have a good one. Cheers, Kenny. Nice to see you, buddy. Hi, everyone in the chat. Yeah. Oh, look who's here. How are you, Lack? Nice to see you, pal. You can build this. Oh, hang on. That's salacious. I know. I love his videos. He gets his hammer done and he goes like that, puts them on his nose, and pulls them out. Some feet. Look at this. Everybody's coming in. The Indiana Jones Adventure Channel has come to an end now, so the price will drop. And that's what I'm hoping for. I've done the same with Black Series. I've got hundreds of Black Series. I did Black Series 2013 when it started. And I've bought them, but you've seen them. You've seen my collection. It's all over the place. I've put them all away nice and I box them all up. But the prices, I mean, I've got to admit, if you're looking at G.I. Joe, and I know they own G.I. Joe and I know they license stuff, so I do realize that it costs a bit more because of that. But I just think the prices just for what they are it's just gone ridiculous. You know, when you start buying them, they were $14.99 when they first came out 10 years ago. Now, granted, I understand it's 10 years ago, Shabs. You know, the prices are going to go up, but $35, $30, and all that sort of stuff. You know, a Morgan Elsbeth with no accessories for nearly $30. You're a bit. So I'm going to buy him. Don't get me wrong. It's one of my favorite things to collect. But now I'm just going to wait till they go down a bit. And I've done it really well. I found a couple of others too. Talking about Black Series. I found the Darth Maul right there, and this is pretty cool. This was all in that antique shop, that Antiques and Geeks. They had rows of him like that. Now he was a bit more. He was 25, but it was worth getting hold of. So I got the Darth Maul. This one I got on Amazon for 21. That's it. This was on sale on Amazon, which is the Darth Vader. And again, I'm not really a fan of these novelty kind of ones, but Darth Vader in white, you can't go wrong, really, can you? So he looks pretty cool. So I've got the Vader. This one was only $15. It's the Luke from Heir to the Empire, which is awesome. Like that. So I got the Luke, which is pretty cool. And the last one for Black Series I got was this. And this was only 21. I always thought this was a Hasbro Pulse exclusive. You couldn't buy it anywhere else. So I just left it. I thought, I'm not paying $50 for this. But when it went down, it was down to $27. And it was the Rogue One set. That right there. So obviously it comes with Cassian Andor and the robot. So it looks pretty cool. So I like it. I like that a lot. And for $27, I thought, yeah, I'll definitely get hold of that. So I bought that one. Suki. Good old Suki, even though she's made all these videos with me and so forth, she got me something. She got me this. This is really cool because, again, I wasn't going to pay $45 for this. It was the speeder bike and Grogu for the TVC. She found it in Walmart. How awesome is that? So that's a really nice gift off her. It's funny as well because she makes these videos and you don't know whether she's interested or not. But then she goes out and buys her dad the speeder bike, Scout Trooper, and Grogu, which is awesome. But this is what I mean, though. I mean, it's awesome. Don't get me wrong, but it's a 3/3/4 inch figure, and you know, it's nice, whatever. $45 in America for that. It's a bit pricey, isn't it? It really is. But I'm happy to have it. Don't get me wrong. I think it's fantastic. I've only got a couple more things to show, and then we'll see how it goes. Hello, Pinky. How are you, pal? Cheers, buddy. 89. Yeah, 100%, 100%. This ain't just for show. You ask my kids and my wife. I'm a massive, massive fan of this year. I mean, of this year, of Christmas. I just love it. I always have. You know, I just think it's one of those times of year you can just let your hair down, can't you? Enjoy yourself, and brilliant. Comic. It's funny as well. I suppose. I wonder if this happens in your house, especially if you have kids, because I have Judy's 19, CQ's 17, and then I've got the two younger ones, one at 12 and one at 11. And Christmas is always funny because they get you like phones and laptops and clothes and perfume and all that. Shabby's getting Castle Grayskulls and He-Man and Transformers and stuff. so in a way, even though I'm in my late 40s, I haven't grown up. I'm getting the same stuff I got now as I did in the 80s. Brilliant. How can you not enjoy Christmas? Absolutely fantastic. Cool Bond comic. I had that Lego car that was on the back, and I have it again now. Yeah, it was. Oh, the one that's on the back of it. Was it Technic or something? Yeah, that's cool. I remember that. That's awesome. But yeah, I like picking up comic-y things now and then and so forth. And a room like that if I had a room like that when I first moved out of Alaska, Shabby. Awesome. Yeah, I love a nice cozy room of TVs there. None of my kids are interested in Everton, which is weird because obviously Everton, if you don't know, they're like the Real Madrid of England. These English lads all contest to that. They're like probably the greatest team that's ever, played football, if you will. So it's nice having a room like this just to watch the football and enjoy yourself, Yeah, well, yeah. That's that. Good morning, usual Michael. Hello, Mike. How are you, pal? Just gone 8 a.m., has it really? Wow. Usual Mike. His name was Rodney Ansell. Saw some nice toys at London Comic Con. I've got your video to watch. You've made a video, haven't you? So I'll watch that. But only picked up 2 things. I'm saving for Orlando. You going to Orlando? Wow, awesome. It's only 9 hours down the road from me. 9 hours down the road. Let's have a look. I've just got a couple more things to show you. I don't know what they're talking about. Oh, g'day. What do we have here? An impromptu. Well, listen. Like I said at the start of this stream, I was just a bit bored this morning. Jen's at work, and I had all that stuff to do, and I knew showing you all this stuff, it'd take us ages. And if I sat down editing, and I know my kids would be fed up, Suki'd definitely be fed up, because it'd take about an hour. But I do like the long format videos, me. I like sitting down and having a cup of tea and watching a VTR or a Reynolds or I mean, it's on for a good 15, 20 minutes. I like them I'm not saying anything wrong with it's not at all. It's just not, I don't make, I like to sit down and have a look at what people have got and where they've got it from and so forth. Oh, nice. Hey, Jim Largo's here. How are you, pal? Good stuff. I'm in the middle of tidying up shelves myself. Yeah. Yeah. I think you take pride in it, don't you, Williams? I don't think there's anybody here, whether you've seen pictures on Instagram or on the channels that has a dodgy toy. Everyone's got a nice toy room, haven't they? Everyone looks after it and so forth. Oh, did he? Wow. I love that, Jules. It's so iconic, isn't it? It's so iconic. Anyway, let me show you the last couple of things and then I can wrap up and so forth. So the last couple of things are... Oh, these. So I've got those. Si was telling me about the Batman 60. Oh, get it. And then Jason sent me the what was it? The Batcave, and I got the Batmobile and Batman and all that. And I thought, I'll do with that. I'll just leave off with that. But then I know that Stu's getting into it, and I thought, you know what? I think I'll go back to this because it's pretty awesome. So I found a couple. I found the Joker. I don't want any of the novelty ones, the ones with the boxing gloves on or the surf things on or the black and white. I just want the standard figures, if you will. So I found the Joker, which is pretty cool. So he's awesome. And it's funny how they re-released both the Robins, the Superpowers Robin, and they also re-released McFarlane, the actual Robin. And he was a bugger to get hold of, wasn't he? And the price of him on its first release, if you will, shot straight up. But I got the Robin too. So he's absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. The last thing I wanted to show you, I'm just going to come down here a bit. And this will be my next video. I'm going to make a video on this because I want to ask your advice on this. So is this. So me and G-Force go into this shop, like I said, and we found all this stuff. And you've probably heard me talk about this on ZSR, but I'll tell you just in case. I came across this. It was in a shelf at the back. and it's that. It's the 1983 Chewbacca bandolier strap, and it's absolutely immaculate. There is a little bit of a crease at the back of it, like so. But apart from that, which is standard because it's got that lip on it, hasn't it? But apart from that, it's absolutely superb and it's intact, and it has been opened, so it's not as if it hasn't been opened. And then there's the catalogue that came with it. And even the stickers came with it, which are right there. So stickers came with it too, which is pretty cool. And it was only $38. That's it. So it actually said $45 on it. So I thought, oh, I'll get it for that price. I actually came back and asked the lads, you know, how much would you pay for this? And some of them said like $60 to $100. And I thought, well, for 45, that's a bargain. Went back and the guy said, actually, that vendor's having 20% off. So it's only, what is it? And I thought, that is absolutely amazing. So it's only $38. So I got it for $38. The reason I'm going to make a video on it, though, because I opened it just to check that the pieces were in there. And all the sponge is disintegrated, all of it. It's all gone dead dodgy. So I thought, you know what? I'll open this and get it all out. I asked Andy at Ollie Chronicles, should I leave it in or take it out? And he said, well, I'd probably take it out, Shabby, because you don't want the rest of it ruining, you know, that the actual bandolier itself, whatever. So I thought, yeah, fair enough. I'll just do it that way. So I'm going to make a video, and that's what. So what should I do? Should I keep this? Should I get a jar and keep all the sponge stuff in it, or should I just get rid of it? I don't know. I'll do something with it, but that's my next video anyway. But that's it. That's everything I got, which is perfect. So let's go down here. Greetings. Oh, it's lovely to see you. It really is nice to see you. Is my camera acting up? I feel a bit spotty on this. Maybe it's the internet or whatever, but for some reason it's going dead dodgy. But I'm not going to be on long soon anyway. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's nice. It's not bad, actually. I didn't really. It's like I said, the carbonized, the novelty kind of wore off, and the other, you know, like the. I just don't like novelty stuff. But I saw that one. I thought, oh, well, I'll see. And then when it was about 35, I thought, I don't know about that. But for 21, I thought, yeah, I'll get it for $21. Why not? So yeah, I bought it, and it's awesome. Just open with caution, right? Fine. So if right. All right, so I can open them. I've just got them. I mean, it's not as if I'm playing with them anyway, is it? We always said it on our Moto things. There's a lot of people saying, "Oh, I'm not happy with Moto Origin Shabs because it doesn't have the gimmicks it had as kids." It kind of does have the gimmicks. You've just got to do it yourself. But the thing about it is, I was never really bothered about it because I'm not playing with them. So I'm buying these figures and sticking them on my shelf behind me. So if I was a kid or do play with them, then I'd turn around and say, "Yeah." The gimmicks is actually a missed trick that you've not done that again. You know, like sticking Mechanex's neck on instead of it just coming out the body and Fisto's arm moving and all that sort of stuff. But, you know, I don't mind that. So if I look after them, I can open them up. Right, okay. So many horror stories about them, DTM. Yeah, that's, you know what, Jonathan, you've hit the nail on the head. And I suppose that's why I haven't really bought them. But sometimes I think they've made such nice stuff, like the Jaws and like the RoboCop. And like that Ralphie that G-Force got me from a Christmas toy. Yeah, I don't know. You're like, no, I've got to pick these up. They're amazing. Human race. We need an official organization. You know, it's been between 30 and 45 all night. Thank you all so much. This has been brilliant. Did unite. Let's have a look. Scale. KOC. I've only heard of Everton Mints. Oh, wow. Up the toffees. Up the toffees. Geeks United. Oh. Question, Shabby. In Poached Pirates, a real issue in the Poached Pirates. I see these videos on YouTube and I don't understand why parcels are not left with neighbours if it's that so bad. Yeah, it must be. I mean, I'm quite lucky because where we live, I don't really have neighbours. I have a farm next door full of cows or whatever. And, you know, yeah, you do hear of it, people stealing it, but they don't just leave it. And I don't know whether this will do or not. So if I sound stupid here, I apologise. But in England, if you're not in, they take it back, don't you? You've got to go and pick it up at the post office. Well, they don't really do that here. They just leave it here. Usually what Amazon do, though, if you ever get home, for example, if it's Amazon, they'll take a picture of it and then they'll send you the picture saying, yeah, we've left it here, whatever. But yeah, I suppose some people I can imagine stealing a parcel off somebody else's porch, though. You've got to be a bit sad for that, aren't you, really? Really sad. I remember Only One's. Remember Only One's video? It wasn't stolen, but when they left his Falcon outside, you remember these? And he actually said on the side of the box, and he was like, wetting himself, thinking, bloody hell, anyone could have had that off. You know, I'll never forget that. Like, wow, you left that there. But no, yeah, it's a real thing, but I've not experienced it at all. You fly out on the 30th of December and come back on the 17th. Wow, 2 weeks. Oh, yeah, you'll find loads of stuff. Find loads of stuff. You can go to message Super Awesome. He's just outside Orlando, isn't he? Message. And there's Steve-O, keep on collecting there, the Florida boys. You should message him and see if they want to meet up. Yeah, exactly right. If you live in a major city, you do something, because you do watch them, don't you, Scuba? And you get those lads that put glitter in it now and whatever. And when you try and pick it up, all the glitter comes out and gets them. So, and it is super fun. I'm enjoying it. I like this line. And, you know, our side's always been a Batman fan. So I credit to him for it. But yeah, I thought I'll get those 66s and I'm enjoying them. I saw the Eartha Kitt Catwoman when we were out. And it was $12. I should have picked it up, but if I'll go back again, and if it is, I'll grab that one too. But yeah, it's good fun. But that's the thing, isn't it? When you do what I do, and I think most of you do, when you collect a lot of lines, it's hard, isn't it, to say, well, what should I buy now? But the nicest thing as well, if you go on Amazon or you go somewhere and you can't find one thing, you can find another. So there's always something you can find. If you open it up, go to Arts and Crafts, find gold. Oh, cheers, Rob. The wire for the rope. Right, I'll try that, mate. Definitely. I win. Hey, Shabby, no, sorry for joining late, but I'll catch your replay. No, it's just an impromptu. I couldn't believe. Listen, I've got to admit, and I'm not lying when I say I expected about 5 to 10 people in here. I thought it's a Thursday afternoon, and everyone's probably watching ZSR tomorrow. So thank you for turning up. I really, really appreciate it. Definitely. I miss getting the Playmobil. I do, but I said to myself, if I'm going to go down the Playmobil route, I only want the pop culture ones. Good old Damon sent me those vintage ones from the 70s, which I made a video on. They were awesome. And I just found, that's the thing I didn't show, but I'll show it in a video because I know we've been here for an hour and a half now. I found 2 other cowboy Playmobils on the horses vintage from the 70s and 80s, and they look awesome as well. And I do enjoy it. But those Playmobil pop cultures have been absolutely amazing. I've picked up every one of them so far. I've got them all except for the Knight Rider and the Magnum. But it's like, we were talking about this in an Instagram chat a couple of nights ago. When you have $86 to $90, which is what they are over here, what else could you buy, especially modern, for $80, $90? That's about 3 or 4 Black Series. That's how many G.I. Joes. It's, retro collection. It's Transformers, whatever. So it's hard for me just to pay that type of money on one thing. But the minute it goes down, I think it's gone down now. The Knight Rider's gone down to 78. If it goes down a bit more, I'll definitely get that. Or I might ask Jen for it for Christmas. But yeah, the Magnum Pie looks brilliant. I love him. I love the Playmobil. Over there, I'm going to make a video on this too. And there are videos coming. I know I haven't made one in a while, but they definitely are coming. I've got a load of ideas. But I'm going to get a couple of shelves that go on the floor in my toy room. I've got a space behind the couch, and I'm going to fill that full of Playmobil. So, yeah, I'll definitely be getting more Playmobil. Playmobil is awesome. And it's weird that, and yeah, I've said it before as well, I didn't get into Playmobil till now. I've never had it, even as kids. My cousins, man-sized cousin had it. They had the hospital set and whatever, and they lived in Lytham, so we didn't really see them that much. But when we went round, they always had the cool stuff. And I always thought, this is fascinating. This is Playmobil. I like all the little details, all the little bits it comes with and so forth. And I always thought that Playmobil was something to do with Lego or part of Lego, and it isn't. It's a German company that make Playmobil. So yeah, it's brilliant. I'll definitely be getting it 100%. Has the catalog got the tripod laser cannon in it? Let's have a look. The tripod laser cannon. It looks like this. I mean, it's cool. These little things like this, And I'm not really, I've got most of my Star Wars. You've seen my Star Wars collection behind me. So I've got it all really as a kid, but I haven't gone out and bought anything vintage Star Wars for donkey's years. But it's just cool like that. That is awesome. There's the bandolier itself. But the laser, because there's all the micro, what were they called? The mini rigs. And this is, what a great line vintage Star Wars was, man. Absolute Rancor. So what am I looking for? The try what? No, Endo Village, it's got lightsaber, stuff like that. But no, I couldn't really see the tripod cannon. But it's cool. And look at that at the back. Sending off and all that sort of stuff. It's the old things like that. Wow. I had a new phone left for the neighbour and they denied it. When they got it and the parcel guys had to come back and get it from them. That's lousy, man. You are too, mate. It's lovely to see you. You know, you've been away for a while, and you're always part of this community, so it's great to see you. Like, it really is. Yeah, I'm not one of those people. I never have been. I couldn't live with me. I remember do you remember in the 80s there was a superstore called Fine Fair. Do you remember Fine Fair? And I remember me and Si going there, and it was only we lived in North Shore in Blackpool at the time, and I remember stealing an Edam cheese. I'll never forget it. An Edam cheese, a small little red one. Do you remember the Edam? And I stole a bag of crisps. I didn't sleep for weeks. I couldn't. It's not me. I'm not one to steal. I'm not one to take, stuff like that. And it never left me. Now, and I'm talking about 8, 9, and so 40 years ago, basically. Nah, it's not. I couldn't do that. Right. All right. So only able to. So I'll think about it. I definitely like to. I mean, that RoboCop's worth opening and keeping it out. And so are these Jaws ones. So I'll have a look. Definitely. Let's have a look. Needs extremely careful attention. Right. Yeah. NECA. Exactly. DT back. I would have loved that too. But I know people had a lot of it. Is that the one you had an issue with, Dino? What Jonathan's just said. You've had stuff going. I can't work it out. I mean, people that desperate just to steal a parcel of somebody else. It's weird. Yeah, that's what it is. Oh, brilliant. This is brilliant. I'm lucky neighbours got my 2 parcels. The worst thing is I'd stolen was a graded Hungarian Darth Vader bootleg around 2006. The worst, I felt always sorry for Andy as well. And I know, listen, it's us lot in it, so we're going to take the piss out of each other. We're going to laugh and joke. And he had a lot of jokes, but when his Jawa and his telescoping Luke went missing, they got graded and they sent them back to him, and he never got them back, did he? Bless him. I felt terrible for him. It really did. And it's easy to laugh and joke, but that's very, very. I mean, it's all right. One thing, you'd be pissed off if someone at $20 goes missing, but the thousands of money they're worth. I felt really sorry for him. It's awful things like that. It's trivial things to other people, but to us toy collectors, it means a lot, doesn't it? That. Yeah, our side said it was very, very hard to find. But if I find it, I'll get it. That's the best thing about collecting. And I think that's where we've gone wrong over the past couple of years, especially with things like pre-orders and prices and stuff like that. You can always get them. I don't think there's anything in my toy room, modern-wise, that I've really wanted that I haven't got yet. It might have taken me about 15 months to 18 months late after it came out that I got it, but I got it. So I think one of the things I've definitely learned later in life is patience, especially when you're meeting you lot too, because you lot get it and someone will go, "Oh, Shabby, look at this," and you think, "I have to have that. I have to have it," and then you pre-order it straight away, or you pay a little bit more for it straight away. And you shouldn't really have to do that. So I've learned to go, "I'll get it. I'll just wait until the price is right, or till I can find it at a decent price, and so forth." I would go mad if that happens. Now that I would pay full price. I'm just saying all that. I've just seen Gills tonight smoking the Bandit Playmobil. I go mental. I love smoking the Bandit, don't I? So I love the Trans Am. I love the film. Burt Reynolds, George Michael, wife. And so this is Shabby. This is my ZFR fix. This is only $250. Oh, thanks, pal. I appreciate that. Yeah, I do miss the lads doing it without the lads. But I'm just, like I said, I wanted to talk to you a lot today. Yeah, that's what I mean. I think we all do stuff. We've all done something. I mean, oh, hang on a minute. We don't really do it again, do we? But doing it as an adult, I don't think I could do it as an adult. Yeah, I can't wait. Honestly, I saw that shed that you've built at the back of your house. And when you said it was a Playmobil City, I think most of us who love Playmobil just our eyes lit up, didn't they? Like, what the France? That's going to be unbelievable. So you've got to do everything for that. Make sure it's all videoed and that kind of thing. Milky Way, hey pal, I've not seen you for a while. How are you doing, buddy? I have so many sleepless nights over all the movies and TV shows. I feel the special Irish TV show. Oh, now I saw them today. You put them up in our Twitter thing, and they look fantastic. Next year, I remember I was watching Pixel Dan do the toy. I love Toy Fair. Toy Fair is my favorite convention to watch. And he was talking to Randy at NECA, and they showed that. Is it Terror Toons or Tiny Toons, whatever, the Pee-wee that comes. and it comes with Terry and so forth. But then he turned around and said, yeah, but next year we're doing a collection of 6-inch NECA Pee Wee Herman figures. And I was like, I actually stopped the video and rewound it just to make sure, did I hear that right? Pee Wee NECA next year. So I'll definitely buy some more. Hey, Jay, nice to see you too, buddy. Everybody turned up. I'm going to be finishing soon because we've done an hour and a half, and I don't want to keep you away from your dinners and your families or whatever. So I will be done soon. I tell you what we will do, though, before we go. Let's just look back. It wouldn't be a shabby video. It wouldn't be shabby, would it? You know, if I don't do one of these, it wouldn't be a shabby video. So let's look back and see what Shabby got in a shabby gallery. So all that, not bad for about a month, is it? Sometimes we go mental, don't we? Sometimes you're quiet for a couple of weeks and you think, oh, well. But the funniest thing is, usually we get stuff, we either put it on YouTube or on Instagram, take a picture of it, sticks on yourself, and then you carry on. But I've been so busy for the past month. I've been buying this stuff and just leaving it on the couch, thinking I'll make a video on that, and then you're getting something else, I'll make a video on that, and until it built like that, it went massive. The last thing I want to show, though, Andy Oller Chronicles, man. This was super, and I'm going to get so much flack for this, but I don't care. I loved it. He got me the She-Ra lion. So Dave called it before. What is it? A dog or a cat? Whatever. It's a lion. Claudine, look at her. Absolutely perfect. I went on eBay as well. The only thing it's missing, it's got a strap that goes underneath the saddle, and the saddle has a little notch right there. I think you can see it there that you stick into the actual strap. So I bought the straps, and they were on sale. The guy was having 40% off it, so it was like 12, 13 quid. So it cost me like 16 quid postage and packaging, and then she'll be complete. She's a little bit dirty, whatever, and her hair doesn't look brilliant, but it's a 1985 toy that's flocked. The flock looks really good in it. There's just a touch missing off the paw, but apart from that, I was made up, because if you look right there, that's my She-Ra stuff, and there's a couple of She-Ra figures in it. And Scuba sent me the Crystal Castle, and I've got that other Crystal Castle. Do you remember? I had no paint on it. It's all green, and it's from Mexico, and it's a really cool one. So I love getting She-Ra stuff. So yeah, so good old Andy found me a Claudine. You want to hear his story, though? We went on to his or was it on mine? I think it was mine. He tells a story about he bought it in Vegas, and the guy looking at him was like, don't find many men in here coming in buying pink cats and all that. And he's like, oh yeah, no problem. So yeah, that was the last thing I wanted to show you, which is the pink Claudine, which is superb. And wait till Lucy sees it, because I've talked about Claudine for years. She was only in one episode of She-Ra, but it was just dead cool. And it's funny as well, because a lot of people think, is it the same mold as Battle Cat and Panther? No, it's smaller. It's a lot smaller. So I think Battle Cat's about a head bigger than the vintage style, but brilliant. And the figure on it, it sits like, do you remember the way the biker scout sat on the speeder bike with his legs out like that? It does the same thing. Unless you can't put them down, you've got to put them forward. But brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I loved it. So it's so pathetic. Look at everyone now going, and everyone's like, oh, I've had enough of this. So yeah, I just listen. We used to call it Perth City music when we were kids, me and Si. And Si'd make these tapes, cassette tapes, just full of like elevator music and that sort of music because I've always been fond of cheesy music. I always have. So, and I love it. I love it to pieces. Yeah, I know. I'm having the time of my life, but I am going to go now because, like I said, everyone's having the dinner, and it looks like a My Little Pony. I don't mind My Little Pony. I've got a couple of My Little Ponies, not like Sue's. I mean, we all know Universal Toy Collector is a huge My Little Pony fan, but I've got a couple of them. But I've got the ones that Gerard and Miriam sent me one. They sent me an Optimus Prime Transformer, and then I found the Plasma, which was the Ghostbusters. So I like the pop. I like stuff like that. The pop, like the Playmobil. If it's pop culture, I'll get hold of it. So. Yeah, she has. War, battle damaged, Kieran, battle damaged. You know, we were saying it, I think it was last week on that. Oh, man. I can't think now of that Lord of the Rings things without Tez's trailer to PGM story. That if you ever saw it, I'll get Tez to put it out again. So we had PGM on. I mean, as you all know, because we've been told a few times, PGM was in Lord of the Rings, but he tells his story. But Tez edited it and put it out, and he's got the Lord of the Rings music. It's superb, honestly. If you haven't seen it, watch it. It's brilliant. No, not a pink horse. It's a pink lion, Dave. Hey, Scott Crusher. How are you, pal? Wow, all these Aussies are up. This is brilliant. There you go. Yeah, Pink Floyd, pink lion, pink hair. Exactly. As long as it's pink. So, oh, good old Scott's here. Brilliant. Oh, you know, you're an absolute legend. Thank you very much. Well, I don't really speak to you that much because I've seen you around and I've seen some of our lads been on your show, whatever. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much. You know, thank you. That's what makes a great community, isn't it? When we're all do each other's streams and coming into each other's streams and, you know, supporting and enjoying each other's company. I love it. I absolutely love it. Honestly, I'm like I've said before, I'm like a dad at Christmas. Oh, look at him. He's so proud. Brilliant. Should be working hard. Well, I'll let you get back to work. I'm going to go. So I've done and thank you all so much. Thank you. I mean, and like I said, I do apologize. There's not been much content out on the Shabby channel, but there definitely will be. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. I love making my videos. I you know, it's nice to spend time with your kids and it's memories in it. And I suppose you lot do the same thing on your videos. It's nice to have these memories of stuff you got and who you're with and everything else. So I really appreciate it. And they will be coming back. Yeah, awesome. So yeah, like I say, so thank you, Kieran. ZSR tomorrow. We're on Matt's channel tomorrow. It'll be me, Tez and Matt. We're doing our top 5 obscure movies. So what it is movies that weren't big and weren't massive, but movies that, you know, you'd like and it means something to you. So that'll be a good one. And then on Saturday, like I said at the start of this stream, I'm on Seriously Star Wars. I'll put it out on Twitter and Instagram and so forth. I'm on Seriously Star Wars live stream and doing a Star Wars competition on Saturday. So that'll be pretty good too. So good night, everyone. Let's just get back down to here. Great show, Shabby Christmas. I appreciate that, buddy. Brilliant. And I'll tell them I'll play next week. And remember, when you think of Shabby, I don't know about that. Oh, yeah, you got that. It's that. Look at me. I can never shut the France up. Every time you say something, I have to keep talking about it. That Playhouse. Honestly, mate. Some Chris Thousand Skulls got me some figures, carded figures, and they were brilliant. And I love all that stuff, Pee-wee stuff. I love it. But that Playhouse you've got, wow. Thank you, my friend. Thank you all, my friends, every one of you. I love you all to pieces. You've been brilliant. Till tomorrow, Oppie. Yep. Cheers. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Scott. And thank you, Gilster. You all legends. See you all tomorrow. See you, lads.